At this hour, I'm Christina, Aguayo in Dallas, and here are your top stories. Elon Musk is reacting after Peanut the squirrel and his raccoon buddy Fred were taken from their home and killed by New York officials. Musk taking to X saying it's not okay for the government to barge into your home and kill your pets. What has become of the land of the free? Musk quoting a post that asked, why is the squirrel story so important? It then went on to say, because when government will invade your home and kill your pets, it suddenly feels real to average Americans. The furry internet star and beloved pet was saved by Mark Longo and his wife, who run an animal sanctuary in rural Pennsylvania.
Peanut was the best thing that ever happened to us. And we got confirmation that they put him down.
Longo and his wife, who established the animal sanctuary called Peanut's Freedom Farm last year, said officials would hear from him soon about Peanut and Fred's deaths, adding that he's going to take a stance on how government and New York State utilizes their resources. A huge victory coming in for Republicans after an Arizona judge ordered the Democrat Secretary of State, Adrian Fontes, to hand over the records of 1.2 million unknown voters on the state's voter rolls. In his ruling, Judge Stephen Logan held that compiling the records may prove difficult, but it doesn't matter because Citizen AG has the right to the records they requested 2 years ago, even though it's days before the election, saying the law is the law, even on the eve of an election. Fontes denied the Florida-based group Citizen AG after they filed a public records request back in early October. The Secretary's office must release the documents by December 2nd. This comes after the Arizona Supreme Court ruled that Fontes must release a list of 218,000 non-citizens on the rolls. Meanwhile, Citizen AG has filed a federal lawsuit claiming that DMV data has been illegally obtained and is being used to add millions of ineligible voters and non-citizens to the rolls in Wisconsin and 24 other states. Vice President Kamala Harris is refusing to say how she voted on a ballot measure in her home state of California that would reverse criminal justice reforms approved in recent years. Harris punted on a question Sunday about the ballot initiative when she was asked about it by reporters while campaigning in Michigan.
I am not going to talk about the vote on that because honestly it's the Sunday before the election, and I don't intend to create an endorsement one way or another around it. But I did vote.
She confirmed that her mail-in ballot in Tuesday's election is on its way to California. The initiative, if passed, would make the crime of shoplifting a felony for repeat offenders and would increase penalties for some drug charges, including those involving fentanyl. It also would give judges the authority to order those with multiple drug charges to get treatment. A pair of pit bulls were caught on camera viciously attacking a car. The dogs can be seen ripping out the tires and the front bumper. They tear the front end of the car apart piece by piece, leaving parts of the vehicle in the driveway. It happened in Jacksonville, Florida in the middle of the night. The owner of the Honda woke up the next morning to see the damage and immediately looked at her Ring surveillance footage.
On the video, you could see both of them tugging on it, and they were tugging so hard that my car moved.
The dogs caused $3,000 worth of damage, and it was all in an effort to get a cat who hid in the engine of the car. Warren Buffett is now sitting on more than $325 billion in cash after continuing to unload billions of dollars worth of Apple and Bank of America shares this year, and continuing to collect a steady stream of profits from all of Berkshire Hathaway's assorted businesses without finding any major acquisitions. Berkshire said in its earnings report Saturday that it sold off roughly another 100 million Apple shares in the third quarter after cutting its massive investment in the iPhone maker by half last quarter. The stake, valued at $69.9 billion at the end of September, remains Berkshire's biggest single investment, but it has been cut drastically since the end of last year when it was worth $174.3 billion. Restaurant chain TGI Fridays says it has filed for bankruptcy protection as it looks for ways to, quote, ensure the long-term viability of the casual dining brand. The Dallas-based company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in a Texas federal court over the weekend. Many restaurants have filed for bankruptcy and are closing down shops across the nation due to the difficulty of operating in a high-inflation economy. That's what you need to know at this hour. In Dallas, Christina, Aguayo, Salem News Channel.